Could I get my key and make like a little bag? If you can grab me something?
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Would you mind watching for me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just if you don't mind doing it from over here, we don't want you to get hit in the road.
Okay.
So.
Witnesses say were caused by the slapping, and you say you slapped him and were aggressive at first. I don't have anyone saying that he actually punched you aggressively. It sounds like he was shoving in a manner that was probably more consistent with trying to prevent you from moving the van or to get space from you, not to slap the same. Does that make sense? So, if the tables were turned and he was beating on you and you were shoving him, of course we're going to look at it like, oh, of course he's defending himself away from this guy. But we're kind of looking at it the same way with him. We have to treat both fair, even if he's a bigger male and you're a small female. The law doesn't say, hey, Officer Pratt, Officer Robbins, you can treat people different based on gender under the sense you can. Even if it makes no sense, you probably could not physically destroy this man with a hard to do.
This is Officer Robbins. Hey, how's it going? That's fine. I'm still going to be here for a few minutes dealing with this, so we have almost as much time as you need. So, his name's going to be Brian, B-R-I-A-N. Last name Laundrie is L-A-U-N-D-R-I-E. In Laundrie? Yeah, well, it's not Y, it's I-E at the end. Yes. So they were at Moonflower, the organic grocery store down the street from you guys, and they got into a heated argument. Both of them were saying it was over petty stuff. He told her to take a walk so that she could cool off. She refused, broke into the car after he locked her out of it. She started trying to slap and scratch him. He pushed her away. They both got in the vehicle, took off, and I found them out here next to him. Well, we are charging her with domestic assault. So there's going to be a protection order set in place between the two of them until he's able to get over to the PD tomorrow, because he doesn't want to pursue it, but I don't have a choice in this, as I'm sure you are well aware. So he's going to be wanting to go over to the PD first thing tomorrow morning as they open up to get the protective order removed. But that doesn't fix tonight. We're both hopeful. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Yes, they both have Florida licenses. Of course. Right. Well, the other part of it is we don't think it's very likely, but with her as the suspect in this, would you be able to put her up for the night? figured I had to make sure I at least asked. It's better safe than sorry. So I didn't know if that would make your life any easier or any tougher on it. So. Awesome. And if it's easier for you to just send me a text with a location, that works just as fine too. Alrighty, sounds like a plan. Thank you. What did you say your name was again? Pete or Philip? Phil. Okay. Alrighty, Phil. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, Brian. Yeah. Can I take 2 minutes of your time real quick back here? So, because there was an assault that took place and you were obviously showing signs of the strikes, do you mind if I take pictures of the injuries that you sustained? I know it's not super severe. I mean, you want me to call, I can call the EMS if you want me to. You don't seem like you want to go that far.
If you want to take a photo, you can take a photo.
Yeah, I need to take pictures for my evidence because otherwise it's going to be your say, her say, my say, and the court's going, oh my. So I have to do this part of it, alrighty? So it's just going to be a couple of pictures.
Is she okay?
Yes, microphone.
Part 7. Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. Analysis. We halt, the body cam timed at 42 minutes. We've just seen that the police officer has returned to Brian Laundrie to take photographs of his injuries. Taking such a step provides him with positive fuel because it is a supportive action and signals that the police officer remains under control. Brian Laundrie remains relaxed as there are no current threats to his control. He is able to relax because his narcissism recognizes that there are no current threats and that the potential threat posed by police involvement has abated because he has been viewed as the victim and his fiancée viewed as the aggressor. Note the continuing absence of emotional empathy, that notwithstanding the fact that he is playing this as some kind of relationship spat that is something that happens with all couples, he expresses no concern or interest in what might happen to his fiancée. He doesn't ask after her. He doesn't want to check if she's calmed down and that she's okay. He's not particularly concerned. Although he talks about not wanting to pursue charges, he's not asking after her welfare. The reason being, he doesn't care about her. He doesn't love her. He's a narcissist and therefore is incapable of love and is incapable of caring, compassion or contrition. He can manifest those things in a fake way. He believes that he feels those things, but that is just his narcissism causing him to believe that he feels those things, so he acts upon them for the purposes of gaining the prime aims. In this situation, Brian Laundrie was literally in the driving seat, and he remains metaphorically in the driving seat because the police have believed him, treated him as a victim, and therefore they do not threaten his control, and he continues to be fueled.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah,
Without going for it, where is it?
Just hang it. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me if you don't mind me grabbing it.
I can grab it because it's in a spot.
Why don't I go with you? Where are we going in the car?
Great face. Neck. One of his ring fingers, I think, has got a scratch on it. And then you saw earlier.
Yeah, I saw the rings. Well, I was trying to build some consistency between the stories. Oh, sure. And then let me see your hand, because that, let me get that one. That right there. That works.
It could have been a cat. It could have been a...
I know you said this is from a wire, but I'm going to take a picture of it just in case, and I'll document that you're saying that's from a wire, not from her. It's just I want to document everything, you know what I mean? And then your right arm. Do you have anything on the other arm, on your back, chest, anything like that? Let me get your neck real quick as well. You want to kind of tilt your head off to the right and look up?
This way?
And then look up.
There you go. I don't know where.
And then, this is just for precautions. You mind lifting your shirt for me? We can go back here if you want some privacy. I want to, like I said, I want to do a very thorough job. I want to make sure that you don't have any additional injuries you don't even know about.
I don't know how I'm good.
You mind here, put your collar down for me a little bit? On the other side? Alright. So, I talked to my contact over there at ZKD. People that can help with hotel rooms and stuff like that are out of the office. I'm just playing phone tag with a couple people trying to get it all lined up because certain people have access to the corporate card, he doesn't. So we're trying to get everything lined up. This is going to take us a few minutes to get that lined up, get her cited and stuff like that. Like I said, we're going to be handing her a piece of paper that has a Fort Summons, date, stuff like that, and she'll be able to give you all that information once you drop that. Okay? So, you want to hang tight? Well,
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and finish getting your stuff with this fine gentleman here?
She's got her cell phone. She's calling her parents just to feel better. She doesn't want to not be with him tonight.
There's
That's
no
what he
choice in
said.
the matter.
Yeah.
So,
So Brett's nobody's calling the supervisor. At least that's what he said.
right. Right. She went to smack him. Well, he's got a swollen right eye, scratches, so we gotta go find it. Was it intent and attempt, or intent or attempt?
My intent is to get basketball.
Alright.
Is that what you were attempting to do? It says right here, it's an attempt.
Right.
You were attempting to cause her pain or attempt. Well, what is the answer to that question? But the only way you know what her attempt, what she was attempting to do is by asking her.
Right.
Put it up right. Put it up right.
I thought they were out that way.
Gabby, this is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer it. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me something.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call. This is 100% your call. I support you either way.
I'll let you get back to your parents, okay?
Okay.
Pausing the body cam footage timed there at 49 minutes and 54 seconds, we've seen that after consultation, the police questioned Gabby Petito about her intent when slapping Brian Laundrie. Again, note the contrast between Gabby Petito, who remains upset, the situation that has occurred before her, and the ongoing situation of being in the back of a police vehicle and the potential fallout of it all worry her, concern her. And this is demonstrated in her countenance and her tone and her behaviours. This contrasts with Brian Laundrie, who was jovial and relaxed. He's not worried. He's not concerned. His narcissism has enabled him to maintain control over the situation. There are no current threats to control, and he's being fueled. All is well in the nation-state of Brian Laundrie at this point.
I didn't say that I entirely believe her. She openly admitted to me earlier that she was striking him in the arm. Or he said that she was striking him in the arm. He said she was, and that's what caused him to hit the curb. She said that she got hurt. I might have this too mixed up, probably.
No, she said that too, that she started distracting him by hitting him, and then he probably looked at her, and that's why the mark on the window side. And she said it was her fault because she was distracting him by hitting him. But she said she didn't try to hurt him, it wasn't malicious, she thought that he wasn't listening to her.
So assault is an attempt with unlawful force or violence to do bodily injury to another. The code for bodily injury, the definition says, bodily injury is infliction of pain or physical impairment or illness. So you can go. Now I'm recording, and society and the judges and everyone can judge me for this. I am looking at a 110-pound female and her fiance who have no means to be separated. He doesn't want to pursue it. She's not a threat to him, more than slight abrasions from her fingernails. I don't care if we use the actual letter of the law to not charge, but I also don't care because it literally does possibly make perfect sense to go full-on domestic assault and do the whole thing. This is your opportunity to make the decision. Let's
We halt, timed at 52 minutes and 55 seconds into the body cam footage video. We've now seen that the police officers have engaged in deliberation, some of which, of course, has been redacted. You ought to have noted in the background that Brian Laundrie continues to be relaxed. He's been organising possessions from the van, and he leans nonchalantly against the van, chatting amiably with the park ranger. There is no current threat to his control posed by the police, and the park ranger has evidently been taken in by his explanation and his continued amiable conversation. He's being fuelled by this tertiary source, and his need for control is not being threatened. Note again that he does not come over to ask about his fiancée. She, at this point, is off the radar. She, in fact, doesn't exist in the world of Brian Laundrie. This is the compartmentalisation, another aspect of it, that when you are not on the radar, you simply do not exist. When you come on the radar, our narcissism, where it's an unaware narcissist, this occurs in the unconscious, where it is an aware narcissist, we actively think this way, but either way, the narcissism asks this question: is this particular appliance, person, under control, yes or no? If they are, then the narcissism asks, do we need fuel, residual benefits or character traits from them? And if so, galvanizes the narcissist to take action by way of causing a particular thought or feeling so that the narcissist behaves in a particular way to achieve that fuel, character traits or residual benefits. If control is not obtained, then the narcissism directs us to obtain it. It's either done in an unaware fashion, in the unconscious, where one is dealing with an unaware narcissist, or with a much rarer aware narcissist, we know that we are seeking control, and we know the ways that we set about to do it. We must always achieve that control. However, it is not a constant need with regard to you if you're not on our radar. If you're not in front of us, if you're not telephoning us, if you're not text messaging us, if you're not walking past our window, sending us a text message, sending us a letter, sending us a gift, if you haven't just happened to pop into our head or been mentioned to us by somebody else, or that we're reminded of you by the fact that we see a car that looks like yours, or we see somebody in an advertisement that looks like you. If you don't come up on our radar, you simply don't exist. And even though Gabby Petito is sat only a number of yards away from Brian Laundrie, because he's not been reminded of her, because he can't see her, because she's not physically proximate to him, it's as if she doesn't exist, and therefore he has no need to assert control over her. He has to assert control over the park ranger because the park ranger is in front of him. He has to assert control over the police officers when they come back and talk to him. But with regard to Gabby Petito, she simply doesn't exist at this moment in time. Of course, if the park ranger makes mention of her, then his narcissism, that of Brian Laundrie, will need to react in a way so as to assert control over Gabby Petito. He won't be able to do it directly. He will do it either directly or he'll either do it indirectly or by remaining in a position of withdrawal. For instance, he may say something complimentary about her, which is a benign triangulation, or he might smear her. It might be that he just ignores the question, staying in a position of withdrawal and thinking, I don't need to answer to him about that. However, if the park ranger makes no mention of her, and she doesn't happen to pop into his head, it's as if she doesn't exist, and all that matters in Brian Laundrie's universe is what is in fact in front of him.